Welcome to iDarts version 3.0 Killer Cricket Video Demonstration Part 2 of 2. So here we go, we're going to try it out. We're going to set the number of kills to 3 and we're going to set the point to whatever actual dart was thrown. And then you select Go iDarts. Obviously the player closest to the bull starts the game. You enter your player. We're going to do our proverbial player 1 and player 2. Click to start the game. Player 1. You'll notice the game options at the top. Once a killer, you must throw the other player's point as their actual dart that is going to be shown in their point, and you'll be killed off at a count of 3. So player 1, let's say opposite hand, and like we said before, we're going to say single 5. I'm going to commit this dart as your point dart for player 1. So we're going to commit it. Now it shoots over to player 2, and he's going to throw something. We're going to do single 2. It's another hard one. Commit. Now you notice that it's the actual dart. If we had set this to be triple, whatever you threw out, even if it was the fat number or the single 5 or the single 2, if that was your point, it would automatically have changed the S to a T, and that would have been your point. So player 1 is up because we have the set numbers going on for killer. My point that I'm trying to do is to get 3 darts, and basically just like the 3 sets of cricket, you want to get 3 single 5s. 1, 2, and you notice the players change, right? It changed from white to green, then it changed, the second dart changed it to yellow because it's cautionary for the other guy, because the next time that I hit this, I'm going to become a killer, and it's going to be red. So commit it. This means that all I have to do is kill you off by throwing 3 darts. You're gone by throwing your opponent's numbers. But now it's player's 2 turn, and he's going to try to become killer, and we're not going to let him, just to show. So he's going to miss. Commit. So basically, killer classification for player 1 now, they have become a killer 1 time, and they are a killer because their player number is in red. What they have to do is kill you off 3 times by hitting your own number. That's 1, 2, and we're going to have him miss for the 3rd one. So now it's player 2's turn. Now he's got 2 strikes against him. He has to unkill, make this guy an unkiller. Well, how does he do that? Well, he does that by hitting the guy's number. Single 5. Removes it. How fun is this? This is such a game of competitive, of hitting your number back and forth, back and forth. It gets you really good on your numbers. And like I say, you put a bigger twist on it and say that, oh, that number's got to be a double 2 or a double 5 as your set point, or a triple for that matter, making it really difficult. Being the single is not as difficult, but you can put a bigger spin on it and change the severity level of how hard it is. So you'll notice that when player 2 struck the other guy's 5, single 5, he then has a classification as he's been unkilled 1 time, and he was a killer at one point in time. So now I'm going to let player 2 become a killer himself. And now again, all he has to do is hit the other guy's number, and he's killed off 1 time. So now it's player 1's turn. He has to become a killer again because he's not a killer. He's in a yellow status. The other guy is a killer, so he has a choice to make. Wow, does he feel good enough to hit a single 5 to make himself a killer again, and then go right after the other guy's opponent's number, single 2, because to be killed off, it only takes 3. If he can pull that off, he wins the game. So why not? So let's say he tries for the 5. He gets it. He is a killer now, and all he has to do is get that other number, and he's won. This game is really fun, really fast. It's very cutthroat. It's usually make enemies out of this game of players before you make friends. It gets really crazy. 1 and 2 player this game is not nearly as fun in 2-player mode as it is in 6. You get enough people, you get them going back and forth between people buddying up, and then they get it in the end. It's crazy. You have all kinds of edits to do in this. You can click here to remove the killer dart if something is wrong. You can edit the score. Click here to reduce the number of kills. Like say you made a mistake, you need to reduce that down. Or let's just say you want to go easy on the guy, and you want to give him a break. But once the game is in a win status, you're not going to be able to change anything. But this is how you play the game, and like I say, it's very difficult to explain. It's really fun. 6 players is a great game. This is a great pub game. It lends itself extremely well to computerization, as with the interactive dartboard here in iDarts version 3.0, Killer Cricket. It's just very difficult to explain, but proof is in the pudding. Demonstration always works. But players 1 and 2, as you can see, finished out, and it's a great game. Should give it a try. So now at this point, once you're done, just like always, click the main menu. You're back. You can view the stats. Basically, the stats are not a viewing thing. Again, this is not like, oh my god, I'm playing Regulation 01 or Cricket. It's just going to tell you which game number and the player's name that won. It's more of a training aid, fun pub games, not really regulation. And you can clear all stats on the selection wheel or go back to the main menu. And that'll be it. Thank you.